All right, what's going on, guys? I wanted to make an account update video today, but plans changed. That will not be happening anymore. And yeah, so I'm going to just show you guys today what happened. And I'm going to warn you, what you're about to see is not pretty. Okay? Yeah, what you're going to see in this next clip is how easily you can go into tilt mode and how quick things can change, yeah, so I'm going to show you guys today from the start my entry on the trade I took today and where that led me today. So without further ado, here's that.
All right, what's going on, guys? A little voiceover here. So pretty much, I'm just showing here. I took a few scalps in the morning, not even really scalps, but it was just like a tester. Didn't work out. Ended up a day break even pretty much. First trade of the morning. Entered because of the gap up. I like the bottom wick on the 5 minute, so I was like, all right, let's try some longs. So you guys can see in the bottom right chart, that's the 5 minute, and I was like, yeah, let's take a long. So I will speed this up a little bit, and I will kind of get right into what happened today and what the hell is going on. All right, guys. So as you can see, this trade is actually working out. It's going accordingly to plan. I'm patient, and I want to just kind of do this voiceover because I was feeling really good this morning. The XFA is up. We're a few $100s away from being able to take a payout if we chose. I was definitely wanting to, make a bit of more buffer room before I took any payouts, but it was a nice feeling knowing if I wanted to, very soon I could take a payout. So there was no reason to risk it, right? Like that was my mindset the past few days. It was like, I'm up. There's no reason to risk it. We're in a good standing. And yeah, so this trade's playing out. I'm staying patient, letting it just kind of rock. And yeah, obviously the stop loss is a little bit tight here, but I was thinking, you know what? I just want to secure some profits, and yeah, so I kind of was having a trailing stop just in case this went against me, because we were kind of, I don't want to say we were a little bit overextended on the hourly chart, but like looking at it, I was long biased, and I want to trade with the strength, not against it. So I was just looking for longs this morning, and you know what? It worked out. So here, I want to stress right here. You guys can see I went short. And now this is what set the morning off in a bad note. I didn't even want to enter this short. I don't know why I took it, but this is where things went wrong. All right. This short, I'll just watch it. I get stopped out. All right. Then I'm starting to think, oh man, you know what? Why did I even take that short? Let me go back long, and let me just put my stop loss below, and we'll watch and let this play out. But I want to stress on this point, guys, where I was happy with I guess I wasn't happy with my profit for the day, where I should have just locked out. I should have just secured the profits and been done, because when we're on these XFAs, any profit is profit. It's pretty much real money. But yeah, so that second trade, it was kind of more of a scalp, like, oh well, I wasn't happy that my trailing take profit hit, and I wish I would have got more, and I got greedy. So I was like, ooh, well now let's just try a short for this trend line crack. Meanwhile, we were super bullish, so I'm gonna speed this up a little bit, and I'll come back in a minute. Alright guys, I want to point something out here. So I get stopped out right here. And right at this point, I start thinking I should not have made any of these trades. And then this is where the mindset of trying to revenge trade it back comes in. Um, I think this is the point right here where I should have locked out, because I started thinking, oh man, I shouldn't even have taken those trades. I should have let my original trade either play out or have just been done and locked out with $100. But here's something to spot out too. Every trade, or my original trade, I had a better entry, and my stop loss was based off of that. Every trade I take from here on out has a high entry, and it's really hard to gauge where a good stop loss would be, all of that, because now it's just I'm just taking stabs hoping they stick, if that makes sense. I'm going to fast forward this now, and just so you guys could kind of see everything, I want to show everything, but I'm going to fast forward and have some music playing in the background. All right, guys. So this is when this trade it starts to work out. And if you look at my balance for the day, I'm up an amount I should have been happy with, especially after kind of originally being annoyed that I gave my profits back. I should have closed this out. We're up in profit. But then this is when I started to say, all right, well, let me get $200 on the day. Let me get that round number. And you guys are going to see, we do not ever get that round number. I was happy with even taking the profits here. I would kind of felt like, this amount of money for the day was good. I was satisfied with it on the XFA. Another green day, but I wanted that round number of 200, and I think we got like $10 away from it. I think we had unrealized profit. But I think if I would have closed out, we were going to be about 190 on the day or so at the highest point. And yeah, so I'm going to fast forward a little bit here and show you guys what happens. All right, so as you guys can see, we're almost $200 on the day if we were to close this out, and we start to get a pullback. And as you guys can see, very, very shortly we're going to get stopped out here. And let's say close out a little bit more. And then I believe right around here we get stopped out. And what's going on through my mind is I'm like, damn it, I should have closed that out. I should have just taken my profits, ran. But then, you guys are about to see, I get stopped out at my, my stop loss. It's not even a loss, but that's when I start to say and think to myself, wow, damn it, I was almost at 200 on the day. Ugh, I should have just taken that. And this is pretty much the beginning of the end. So, very shortly here, you're going to see that I enter for a trendline crack short. And in my mind, this trade made sense a little bit because if you look at the top left chart, the hourly, we're rejecting that, the downtrend and also that zone I had. And I'm like, oh, an uptrend crack on the 5-minute. Let me just short this really quick. But the issue about this is my mindset was swayed in the way of I was revenge trading for those, profits that I didn't take earlier rather than actually wanting a whole new setup. So I was allowing a previous trade to get in my mind, and I wasn't focused on actually letting this trade play out. And you know what? It could have been a possibly good setup if I would have let it play out. I don't know, exactly. But Look at that tight stop loss. With that tight of a stop, I can't even have room for any pullbacks, any breathing room. So this trade, no matter what, was pretty much doomed to fail, but it was based off literally just wanting revenge from that other trade. All right, and then I get stopped out here very shortly. And, then I say, oh, well, you know what? The shorts aren't working. My original analysis is correct. I'm going to go long. And it's just absolutely, I go one way, it goes the other. I go the other way, it goes the other. And what's happening here is I'm trying to catch this tiny little move just to try to get in I'm hoping that, big move happens, but my stop loss is set up for a scalp of like a 10-second move. So, we give back all that money, and then once we go red for the day, things just turn very bad. Close it out, and then I enter 10 contracts short. I said this trend line is cracking. And I said, all right, well, you know what? All the losses we took for the morning, let's just size up like crazy, make it all back, and everything will be okay. And that's honestly what I was thinking in this moment. I'm like, all right, well, every mistake, I made this morning, let me just erase it pretty much with oversizing a little bit. This time it'll be okay. This time, I've been wrong enough times for the morning where this has to be the time. And I get scared out, and then now we're down this amount for the day, guys. And, you know, I'm thinking, oh my God, I was up almost $200 on the day. I should have took that, and now I'm down this amount. I am not happy. I'm annoyed at myself. I'm agitated, and I'm thinking, wow, this could have all been prevented. Well, what do I do now? This is what I'm thinking in my mind. What do I do now? I don't want to end the day red. So I re-enter short. And I'm like, all right, well, let's just let this try to play out. Let's see if this works out, And you guys are gonna see what happens. But the crazy thing about this is, it all could have been prevented by just not trying to take that little extra trade, or just being satisfied with the green on the day and waiting for an actual proper setup to happen, and waiting for a trade to set itself up that makes sense, not trying to revenge, a small loss or something like that. And yeah, I'm gonna fast forward this because I'll just speed up a little bit for you guys. Now here I go with my super tight stop losses again, because you know what? I'm scared to take a large loss. And that is pretty much built off me being in too much size. If you're in the correct sizing for a trade, you shouldn't be scared of your stop loss. Obviously, you shouldn't want it to hit, because who wants to take a loss? Nobody. But it shouldn't scare you to take a loss. I'm just sized up too much, and it's obvious because I'm putting these super tight stop losses. Um, but I don't know why it's not triggering there. I'm like, oh God, you know what? Let me try to set it here. I get stopped out again. All right, I get stopped out there, and now I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what the hell just happened? I'm like, no, now the trade's playing out. It's getting a little bit of downward movement, and I'm saying, what did I just do? I was up $150 on the day. Should have been happy with that. Now I'm down $350. And it's pretty much the same mindset of what just happened a little bit beforehand. and it only gets worse. And now you'll see I enter another short. Like, all right, you know what? Let's just let this trade ride now. You know what? We'll go a little bit large position size. You know, now the trade's working out. It's working out. All right, cool. This is the trend line crack I was waiting for. We start getting up a nice little bit, and then we get a little bit greedy. We should have honestly taken that, closed it out, and been happy, right? Should have closed it out here. There was a previous resistance, new support, and I should have closed it out. But I was thinking to myself, all right, let's just crack below that. Got greedy, and I was like, you know what? I want to end green on the day. Meanwhile, I should have just closed it out and been break even. No, I made mistakes. Understood. I messed up, and we live to fight another day. You know, but no. I was not going to take a loss today. I did not want a loss. I did not want to end the day red. And you guys can see I have 15 trades on the day. I'm over trading like crazy. Realistically, the only trade that was justified was that first trade of the morning. It made sense. You know what? If it didn't work out, all right, cool. Wait for another possible good setup or be done for the day. And we were up in profit, so should have took that. But you guys will see, end up getting stopped out. Yep, stopped out, and we took a little bit more loss. So I'm thinking, wow, I should have just closed that out for a profit. And now you guys can see it's an endless cycle of pretty much being unsatisfied with not taking the profit or being too greedy or even being unsatisfied with a loss. And this is what I struggle, and I'm showing you guys because, you know, this destroyed me today. And I want to put it out there for, if anything, if you guys could learn from it, or if anything, who knows, maybe you guys are experiencing the same thing, and seeing me do it, you could say, wow, this actually is ridiculous. What the hell? Like, what is this guy doing? And get better from it. So I'm putting this out there to try to grow from this and to realize how ridiculous this mindset is. And that sometimes you just have to be satisfied, or just have to understand that, you know what, you're going to take losses. It's okay. It's a part of the game. And as you guys could see, I go for another trendline crack short. I'm like, all right, well, let's see if it could break this. I don't even get a confirmation. I just am anticipating or hoping it will happen. Whereas, like, normally this kind of looks like even an entry for a bounce. You know, we have like a pretty much a previous resistance and support plus an uptrend. All right, let's get a bounce here. I don't know what I was thinking, but that's the thing, guys. Like, when you get in this tilt mode, at least for me, I wasn't thinking. I don't even like know what was going on through my mind. The only thing on my mind was we need to get back from this loss and end green no matter what. And it's scary. And I go through it, and I'm trying to get better at it, but you know, it still happens. And you know, really watching this and seeing what happened today, you just have to have systems and parameters in place to not allow that to happen until, you know, or just have extremely good discipline. But for me, even when I tell myself I won't allow this to happen, you know, it's easy to say that when the market's closed, you're relaxed, you're calm, you know, maybe you're up for the day, maybe you're down for the day, or maybe you haven't even traded for the day. And it's easy to say it, but when you're actually in that mindset of just after taking loss, it sucks. And it's something to grow and learn how to deal with for sure. Shortly here, I entered for another trendline crack short. Pretty much aiming for it to crack below the trend line and that previous resistance to support. So yeah, it starts to go up, and I'm thinking, well, maybe this wasn't good. Maybe I should have waited for it to crack. I don't know. And we start moving up a little bit. I'm like, wait, you know, I look at the hourly chart. I'm thinking, all right, well, maybe we just send it through this resistance zone. 15 minutes showing a bottom wick, and now it's looking good for longs, kind of. Not even that I would long it here, but it's looking more. So then I get stopped out again. And now you guys can see the balance on the day. We are now negative when we were up, I think 850 balance, and now we are negative 700. Oh wait, yeah. We at one point, I think we were up 850 at the balance, and the day was like plus 150 or whatever on the day. Now we're negative 720 on the day. So at this point, I say, what the hell just happened? Right? And I say, all right, it gets worse. I get back in that zone where I say, I cannot end this day red. I have to end this day at least with my balance green. So it's scary, guys. Watching over at this, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I wasn't thinking. That's what it was. Yeah, so pretty much here, you're going to see me go long, then I get stopped, then I go short, and it's pretty much me just trying to guess which way it will go. Yeah, you'll see very shortly, I get stopped out of this, close it, enter short. And pretty much this just trade started looking like, all right, maybe it could fall down, but like, guys, this was just really bad trading. So yeah, guys are going to see very shortly my mindset of just how badly my my headspace was in. Yep, I'm opening up the Topstep website, and I buy another combine. Oh man, threw that right on my credit card. And yeah, I said, you know what? All right, I need some type of green today. I don't care. You know what? Like, we just need some type of green. And yeah, we were. I don't even know what to say, guys. I'll just fast forward a little bit and play it out. Alright, so yeah, guys, now at this point, the funded account's pretty much cooked, and then we are just trying to almost salvage it on the combine, like hoping. And yeah, so very shortly here, I'm going to show you guys Ray's POV, because we were in a Discord call together and I was sharing my screen with him, and here's that.
That's all we gotta do.
Oh my god. This is really happening, guys.
This is what we gotta do.
This is really happening, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, chill, bro. Bro. Oh my god. I want to show it to you when you get back to your normal behavior, bro.
Here's what's going on.
Are you planning a city trip today? By any chance? Yo. No. Oh no, there goes another $50.
Alright, yeah, so that was Ray's perspective. He didn't really get too much more recordings, but then, you know, I ended up shorting on the combine. The other account's blown, and now I'm thinking, all right, well, now let's just let this play out. Well, at one point, this short got up to pretty much my account being break even on the day, and it was just like, guys, I was so tilted that it didn't matter. I needed to see some type of massive green. And here's the learning lesson from this. The moment you get in a tilt, it's really hard to get out of it, that you get tilted. So put in precautions to prevent it from happening. And once you're able to, this is what I'm hoping, once you're able to not allow that to happen for a very long time, you'll see that it's just crazy. But yeah, all these entries, a lot of this stuff started not even make sense. It was just me trying to hope that I'd finally catch the right direction, and that, eventually the trade would work out in my favor one way or the other. And my mindset was just, all right, every time it doesn't work out, size up and continue in that direction. And it's horrible, guys, with like the way a lot of these prop firms are set up too. They know that people will do that, so they design it very strategically so that if you want to try to gamble this account away, you're not going to be able to. And people will get lucky. I've gotten lucky, but the only way that we're actually going to pass these combines and get payouts on the funded accounts is by staying to your rules.
All right, guys. So that happened. Um, yeah. Let's just take it back to the start of this week, guys. All right. You guys already saw it, so I'll show my balance for the day. Yeah, we were on an Express account, funded XFA, and yeah, we threw that out. So, I just want to go into what the hell happened today, and I'm going to start off with what happened this week. So, we had a little bit of trouble the past, I want to say, probably 2 weeks. We've been struggling a little bit, and I won't lie when I say I've lost a little bit. I lost a little bit of my confidence trading, just because of like the ups and downs we've been having. I've been having trouble finding consistency. We were able to pass the account relatively good, but when it came up to it, as you guys have been following along, we passed the combine. It took us a month to pass, and then we passed it. We blew that account, I think, in 4 days, maybe 4 days. But while we blew that one account, we also passed the combine. So that is this account that turned to Express. Well, yeah. So starting off the week, Monday was okay. It was kind of, I overtraded. Tuesday as well, I overtraded a bit, but Tuesday is the day that kind of screwed me up. Now, these days where I start off the morning red, right? And then I end up ending the day green. While it's good and it's nice to get a green day, I feel like it starts to build this habit or this thought process in my mind where I'm thinking, all right, well, I could turn a red day green. And I need to figure out what I can do to put in place, whether it be, ran out of storage on my Mac. So I had to clear up some storage. I got to still clear up some more space. But, so I'll try to make this video relatively quick, but I want to, make this video to show you guys how easily it was to be set into that tilt mode. Today was going well. Yesterday went well. The day before that went well. The day before that, things have not been bad on this funded account. I think I was up, like close to $700 on the account. The crazy thing about that is that was $300 away from a payout. Now, where the hell did I go wrong? I wanted a $200 like round number for the day. I wasn't happy and satisfied with what I took, so I did end up entering that other position to try to get a little bit more. And whenever we get into that mindset where it's like, oh, well, I just want to hit this amount. Let me just get that few extra dollars. Just, sometimes it'll work. Sometimes it will. But the times it doesn't, it usually sets off a bad chain of reactions, guys, at least for me. It's like, all right, well, that didn't work out. Well, let me just try this now. Let me just try one more time, and it just spirals out. My video cut out again. I had to clear more storage, so hopefully we'll be good now. But I wrote down a few things that I just thought that we could learn from my mistakes. And pretty much first thing starting off was understand things can go wrong quickly, right? So what safety measures or things can we put in place to prevent that from happening, right? whether it be max trade limit, max loss limit for the day, personal daily loss limit. It's awesome. Topstep offers all these, and I actually took them away. For some weird reason, I took off my personal daily loss limit. I know I was saying because I was feeling tilt, but we could all put in a reasonable personal daily loss limit where it's like, all right, if I go above this point, I really should not take any more trades. Like, even I wanted to be risking max, say, 200, 250 for the day. I could have even though if I feel like maybe I would have got closer to like a tilt mindset if I had it at say 250 or 300, I could even have had it just like a hard stop at $500. I should have, and that could have prevented a lot. So like even if you don't want too tight of a personal value loss limit, having something in place to be like, all right, if you get to this point, things are really not going your way, Not that you have to even hit that personal daily loss limit each day, but that's just like it's a safety net. Number 2, understand you won't always be right. And this is an important one. I started kind of almost getting in the mindset again where I was like, oh, well, I've had 3 green days in a row. Let this one be another green day. Or also the mindset of, well, I am now down. Let's end the day green. And you won't always be right, guys. And the days where you take the loss and you are able to be satisfied and okay with that, knowing you will be there to fight another day, those are the most important days. Those are the days that count, and that's the days that will allow your account to stay up and survive. Another one is don't be a dick for a tick. You guys know, don't try to screw up the whole trade just because you want a little bit extra because you got greedy. That's kind of what happened today. So I'll go into a little bit. I don't even want to go over this too much, but pretty much I think you guys saw in the video of the clip this morning, I think I ended up the day, what was it, up 110, 115, 120, and I wanted a little bit more, so then I shorted that trend line crack, trying to do even a scalp, even though I knew that we were, very bullish on the day. I wanted a quick scalp because I was greedy and I wasn't happy with my one amount that I took on the day, and it screwed me and it just spiraled down. The one loss, that's what it is, guys. That one loss, that one trade you shouldn't have taken, where you're like, oh my God, I shouldn't have taken that. Oh, that was so stupid. That's the one that I found that personally really messes me up. It's like, I shouldn't have taken that. All right, let me just try to get it back. Then if you get another loss, that technical second loss is always like, that's where things just go south. So don't get greedy, guys. Don't be a dick for a tick. And also, my next point is, let's not feel sorry for ourselves. All right, we made a mistake. We messed up. Okay, well, are we going to feel sorry for ourselves, or are we going to learn from it? We're going to get better. And, at the end of the day, even though it sucks blowing these funded accounts, and obviously we want to strive to not blow funded accounts, we want to trade discipline, trade smart, and we want to become great traders, it's not the end of the world. And, things could always be way, way worse. And yeah. Next point I have is be disciplined outside of trading. And now this is an important one, and this is what I want to stress. So I'm not going to get too much into how I haven't been disciplined outside of trading, but I've not been the most disciplined person outside of trading, whether it be going to bed late, kind of waking up a little bit later, not doing this, not doing that, whatever. And it shows, like, the days where I know that I'm being extremely disciplined, following everything, rules of discipline outside of trading, it carries over. So just take that note of that and keep that in mind, because that's very important. And my last point is to never stop, guys. We all know the opportunity that comes from trading and the life that you could have, the amazing opportunities that trading gives us, the freedom, everything. I'm not saying this from the perspective of being a profitable trader or being some great trader, amazing. I'm just saying this because we all see it. We all know what could come, and never give up. So I want to end this on a positive note, guys. The account is blown. I'm getting sick and tired of making these kind of videos, but I want to show you. I want to show you what happens. I know there are other people that go through it. I know there's also people that, it's not everybody, but people that pass their first combine, get that funded, and then get payouts and have an amazing time. But it's not the case. It's not always the case, and it's not just what everybody goes through, and everybody's journey is different. So yeah, that's really it, guys. I want to end this on a positive note. Like I said, we're always in the fight. We never want to stop fighting. Let's do it. We could get these payouts. We could become great profitable traders. We need to keep learning from our mistakes, grow better, become better. And yeah, if you guys are still watching, thank you. I appreciate it. For those of you guys that have been following the journey, I'm sorry if I disappointed you guys. I know I've been making a lot of bad videos lately, pretty much showing all that I've been doing wrong. And hopefully we could we get better at that. But you know what? We're still in the fight, guys. The challenge account series still continues. We will now be on a combine. As you guys can see, I got in a really bad headspace, and I ended up opening up a combine. I named it Uncooked because I don't know what the hell is going to happen with this, but I'll be updating you guys. Hopefully we could pass, and hopefully we could get it better as a trader, and become disciplined in all, the spaces in life, trading, outside of trading, all that. And yeah. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.